Hey guys, Brandon here with Slingmods.com, and today we have our dual color LED A-arm strips for 2019 and up Can-Am Spyder models. Now, we've offered a dual color LED A-arm kit for 2008 to 2018 Model Spyders for quite some time now. But as you may know, Can-Am updated the front fenders on the Spyder for the 2019 model year. And well, as of today, we're happy to introduce our dual color LED A-arm kit for all 2019 and up Spyder models. This kit features 4 dual color LED lighting strips for both sides of the bike on both the upper and lower A-arms, as well as 100% plug and play connectors. Now, these strips are dual color and feature both a white full-time running light as well as amber turn signal illumination. They even flash amber when you activate your hazard lights. Now, each strip is encased in a patent-pending smoked black tubing that protects the LED strips from the elements and gives the strips a stealthy look when the lights are off. But when the lights are on, the LED strips showcase the stance of the Spyder, which looks insane and increases the likeliness of being seen by other motorists while out on the open road. So today we'll be starting out this installation as if you've already installed our 1 to 2 front fender power harness kit. Now, this 1 to 2 front fender power harness kit is required for installation and is sold separately, but if you haven't installed this already, I'll link it for you in the description below. Now, if you have already installed it, then you'll have an easily accessible 3-pin wiring harness that looks like this and will be used to power this mod. Now let's get started with the install. Now we can start installing the LED strips by first taking an alcohol prep pad and thoroughly cleaning the surface area on the front edge of both the upper and lower A-arm covers, and let that sit for a minute to dry before going over the same surface area with the primer wipe. Then once that's dry, test fit the LED strips with the wire end going in towards the center of the bike, and so that they sit just under the center point seam line in the plastic on the flattest part of the covers. Then peel back a small portion of the protective backing tape, line it up where you want it, and then press down firmly to adhere it in place, removing small sections of the backing tape as you go. And then repeat that same process for the lower A-arm. Peel back a small portion of the protective backing tape, line it up where you want it, and then press down firmly to adhere it in place, removing small sections of the backing tape as you go. Now, the manufacturer recommends adding a little dab of dielectric grease to all plug and play connectors. This will help to protect the connection points from corrosion that can develop over time. First, you'll plug in the included wire harness that looks like this into the 1 to 2 fender power harness we mentioned earlier. Now, you'll notice that once it's plugged in, that you now have 2 connectors coming off the wire harness. One is a 2-pin connector and one is a 3-pin connector. Now, if you have a 2019 or newer F3 model or a 2020 and newer RT model, you'll plug in your blinker module that looks like this into the 3-pin connector. But for those of you with a 2019 RT or RT Limited model, your blinker module will look like this, and you'll be plugging it into the 2-pin connector. Next, you can plug the other side of the blinker module into the 2-pin Y harness that looks like this. And then finally, plug in each side of the remaining Y harness plugs into the upper and lower A-arm strips. Next, you can route the extension wire across the A-arm, following the existing harness, and be sure to tuck and zip tie any and all loose wires so that they're up and out of the way of any and all moving parts, especially the radiator fan blades. Now, if you have a 2019 or newer F3 model or a 2020 newer RT model, simply repeat that same process for the other side and your installation is now complete. But for those of you with a 2019 RT and RT Limited model, we'll have to run that wire that's coming off your blinker module up to the side view mirror for your turn signal power. Let's start by removing our left-hand side view mirror and disconnecting this plug. Now, I made that look really easy because we have our magnetic mirror mounts already installed, but if you're still running the stock mirror mounts, you'll need to slightly push forward and up until the bottom clip comes out, then hit the mirror up with an open hand until it pops off the other two clips. And then just disconnect the plug. Now take a T30 Torx and remove the below mirror wind deflector. Then pop open your frunk and remove this triangle cover so that you can access and unscrew the Torx screws for this side panel and remove it along with the lower panel. And then do the same thing for the other side so that you can remove this front headlight fairing. This will now give you a straight access route to run that blinker wire up through the inside of the bike and out the same hole as the OEM mirror plug, making sure to zip tie any and all loose wires up and out of the way of any and all moving parts. Now carefully peel back the protective covering around the OEM mirror blinker wires, enough to access the positive wire and attach to the supplied T-tap. Then strip the end of the blinker wire we just ran up and crimp on the included spade connector so that you can plug it into the T-tap. And then repeat that same process for the other side. And if everything is functioning correctly, you can go ahead and reinstall all the panels back onto the bike in reverse order of how they were removed.
And there you have it, folks. You've now successfully installed our upper and lower dual color LED A-arm strips on your 2019 and up Can-Am Spyder. Now, if this mod is on your mod list, be sure to head on over to slingmods.com today or click the link in the description below to grab a kit for yourself. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so I can keep you up to date with everything Spyder. I'm Brandon, signing out. Till next time.